I'm watching your body language a little bit, and before I ask you to start speaking to me about what's going on, I want to invite even more of a U-turn. We've talked about this before, about just staying with yourself for a few minutes, listening in, taking the focus off the other person just for a minute or two. Not going to exile any feelings here, but just take a minute to find your seat and pay attention to what you're thinking and you're feeling. So I do want to hear from both of you about what's going on. And I want to remind you that I'm going to be, what we call the parts detector. If it feels like the energy is going on the attack to the other person, I'm going to ask for a timeout, and help you speak differently about what's going on. Can I have that agreement?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right. So who wants to start?
Oh, I will. I've just been so mad. I've been so pissed off I could hardly even breathe. He just doesn't support me. He doesn't support me at all. I just had this horrible thing go on in my family, and I really needed him to be there for me, and he just was too tired and too this and too that, and just didn't really show up for me, and I'm just sick of not being supported. I'm just sick of it.
So you're mad. You're really mad, Tony.
Yeah, I just have this part that just says he's just a bastard.
Okay. So you're mad. You don't feel supported. Really pissed off.
Yeah, I'm just sick of it.
Okay.
Sick of it.
Sick of the dynamic.
Yeah. No, I'm sick of him not supporting me.
Sick of him. Okay. So Larry, you want to respond?
You're always spending time with your fucking family, like 5 nights a week.
What are you talking
about? Okay, whoa. So this is familiar, isn't it? When you get mad at each other, this is how it goes?
Yeah, we do this every day, every night. He's always down on me about my family.
Yeah, okay, I get it. So frustration, not supported, you're down on me, you're pissed off, too much time with your family, is that right? And when you try to talk about this is kind of how it goes?
Yeah.
Okay. So remember a long time ago when you first came to see me, we talked about some of the things that you wanted to have change in your relationship. And talking to each other like this was one of those things. Is that right?
Yeah, but it'd be great if it could change.
Yeah, okay. So will you let me help you?
We've been working now for how many sessions, and this is still how we are.
Yeah. And what's that like for you, Larry?
It sucks.
It sucks that we've been working and that you can still go back into this really, really painful way of speaking and listening.
Well, I think if he started supporting me, then it would go a lot better.
And what I would say is that I am sure that on both of your parts here, there is a wish that the other person would change and it would all shift. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So Larry, do you have a similar part?
I just don't want her to spend so much fucking time with her family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's kind of a change, right? If she could change, if she didn't spend so much time with her family, says your part, this dynamic would shift. And what I'm hearing your part saying is if you would support me more with my family, this dynamic would shift.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, we've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, he just doesn't care about me, really. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. So, and I hear that there's a part of you that's saying because he isn't changing, he doesn't care about me. Is that right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's not a part of me that thinks that. It's the truth.
Yeah. Full truth. So, Tony, given that what you hear yourself saying is if he doesn't support me, it equals he doesn't care about me. Is that what I heard you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you do believe that, if you really do believe that, then it makes sense that you would be so angry and so frustrated.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So, but I want to point something out here to you, if you just give me a minute. When Larry is feeling or you're experiencing Larry as unsupportive, something starts to happen inside, which is you get furious.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what is the impulse? What do you do or say?
Well, I usually yell at him.
Yeah.
I usually yell something at him about, that he's not supportive or he's stupid, or
Right.
I yell
Okay.
something at him.
Yeah, and that started in this office.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah.
And Larry, you know about this part of Tony that can get so furious with you.
I've seen it a zillion times.
And, seen it, felt it, received it, and what starts happening inside?
I get pissed.
You get pissed as well, and then what do you do or say?
Usually I swear. I'm pissed at your family. I'm pissed at you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to ask you both to do something, which we've done many times before, but I'm going to ask you to do it with me now, which is to just sit for a second with that part of you, or that feeling that is so angry, so pissed off at the other person. Noticing? Okay. And if you could sense into that, what might be the concern about asking that part, because we've done this before, asking that part to step back? What is it concerned is going to happen if you don't respond with rage to the other person?
She's going to be spending all her time with her family, that we won't have any time together.
Okay, and then what?
What are we doing together then? What are we doing together then? And what's the purpose of us as a couple if you're
Okay,
spending...
so Larry, I'm going to ask you just to stay with me for a second instead of, because that part still wants to go after Tony right here, okay? So the question is, the answer that you gave me, what is that part worried or concerned would happen if you didn't keep cursing and swearing at her, is that she would keep spending time with her family. Is that right?
That's right.
And then what would happen to you? What would happen to you? Just stay with it for a second.
If I weren't getting pissed?
Yeah. Stay with me.
I don't know. I feel like I'd smash something.
Right now.
I could almost smash something right now. And it's like, I don't know what I'd be without being pissed. That's just...
Well, let's stay with it for a second. And I'm noticing your foot. I'm noticing your leg. So I'm just curious about what's happening in your body right now. And Tony, I'm going to stay here.
Okay.
What's going on right now in your body? In your body.
I guess I feel like I'm ready to fight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm going to see if we can help you so that you can understand it, I can understand it a little bit better, but what's happening is your body is starting to go into fight or flight. Do you know what I mean when I say that? You're really revving up inside your body.
Yeah.
Okay. And Larry, I'm going to help you with this, not because I want to dismiss any of your feelings, but because it's starting to take you over right now. You're getting dysregulated in your body. Will you let me help you?
Okay.
Great. Okay, how about another one of those?
Another one of what?
Breath. Nice long deep breath. That's good. Another one. I really want you to hear me. I am not going to dismiss your feelings, Larry.
I don't know what the breathing does. It doesn't make any difference. Like you've been teaching us this breathing stuff. You don't breathe, I don't breathe. It doesn't make any difference.
Well, you know what? It seems like it's making a little bit of a difference right now, actually. I can see that something's starting to shift. Another breath, maybe? Do you need to move your body a little bit, Larry?
Move it?
Move it. Shake it out a little bit.
seems stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing. Because to me, looks like he's ready to explode. I'm starting to feel really scared. I don't know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. So, Tony, I hear that you're upset and frightened about what's happening over here. Is that right?
Yeah, it's kind of scaring me to see his leg going and all that stuff.
Right.
It's like, yeah, when he
Right.
said he wanted to smash something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes sense that that would scare you. And Larry, I also am hearing that you're not sure why I'm asking you to breathe, and I'm asking you to work on bringing the energy down in your body.
It hasn't made much difference.
Yeah,
And
it
you
hasn't
told
made-
us this before, and Tony doesn't even try to breathe.
So what I want to explain to both of you what I'm trying to do here, and which is to help you, of course, break this pattern of communication. And so the reason that I'm staying with Larry and I'm asking him to breathe and to work with me a little bit is so that we can help whatever this part of him is that wants to smash and is so angry. So,
Yeah, do you see him right now? He's just glaring at me.
and what's
Do you see
happening?
him?
So, Tony, I'm going to slow you down right now. Yeah, he is very, very angry. And I would like to help. I would like to help him so that he can speak for what's going on instead of it taking over his whole entire body.
That would be great.
Yeah, and you're going to have to trust me. So it's a little bit of a leap of faith. So what needs to happen so that you could trust me to be with Larry right now so that I can help him so that he can speak for what's going on inside instead of from it?
What do I need?
Yeah, what do you need from me? From me. Tony, over here. What do you need from me?
Just that if he got madder and really did want to smash something, that you would stop him.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't let him do that?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm. No.
All right. Well, that's really what I need to know, is he's not going to explode all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right, and I'm asking Larry to breathe, and it might be useful here for you as well, to just notice the tension in your body and just take some nice long deep breaths, and like you did, flag me down if you start getting frightened again.
Okay. I can do that.
Okay?
Yep.
All right, great, thank you. Okay. So, Larry, I'm just wondering what your notice is happening right now.
Still pretty pissed, but maybe a little less.
Maybe a little bit less. Okay. And were you aware, I'm just wondering if you were aware that Tony has parts that can get quite scared when you get angry. Did you know that?
Yeah, you show that quite a bit.
Yeah. And does it make sense, Larry, could you look over here at me? Does it make sense that I might want to help you learn how to speak a little bit differently about your anger to her? Does that make sense? Why I might want to help you do that?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm wondering if it would be possible right now, given where you are right now, that you're a little bit calmer, that we could go back to the question to this part of you that gets so angry about what is concerned would happen if it didn't get so angry at Tony. Are you available to go back there with me right now?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So another breath. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So there's a part of you that's really, really angry. And Larry, a little while ago I made some sense of Tony's anger, and I want to do the same with you. That given the dynamic between you, and given that you want something that's not happening in the relationship, it makes sense to me that you're angry. And, the invitation here is, and it's to both of you, but I'm talking to you right now, that the way this part of you that gets so angry is communicating to Tony never, ever gets her attention in the way that you want it to. Do you know that?
It always gets her attention. I mean, that's why we fight.
Right, but it doesn't get her attention in the way that you want it to. That would be the difference. It definitely gets her attention. You're right about that.
In the way that I want it to?
Right.
What I want is for her to not spend so much time with her family.
I get that. And I would really love to be able to help you talk to her about that in a way that she could hear you. But when this part of you gets so angry at her and directs its energy right at her, what I know about Tony is that she can't give you what you want or what you need, Larry. And so I want to help you if you will let me talk to her in a different way about what's going on inside you. So again, is what I'm saying to you make sense to you? That even though this part of you that is glaring at Tony is trying to communicate how much you want her and how much you miss her, it's not landing like that.
I don't know why, but it's not.
It is.
I wish they-
Tony, hold on. Whoa. 1 second.
You know, it's great to have you here because she is always interrupting.
I do hear you that it's very frustrating when Tony interrupts. But what I want to say to you, I want to go back to what we were talking about, which is that the glaring and the raging at her does not invite her into a different conversation with you about what she's doing with, how much time she's spending with her family. And what if there was something that we could do together, you and me and Tony, the three of us, to change this conversation? I would like to help you be heard by her. And that's very genuine. That's very genuine, Larry.
I want that too.
You want to be heard.
Yeah.
Okay. And will you let me help you? Will you give me a shot at helping the two of you change the way you're trying to have this very important conversation about what you need?
You know, I don't think we have any other choice.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause it's not working, is it?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Okay. So can you just notice your body for a minute? Just notice what's happening.
I'm still pretty tense.
Mm-hmm. And you know, Larry, I saw you take a look at Tony with softer eyes and acknowledge that, yeah, it's not going so well. And it'd be great if something could happen here to make it shift, to make a shift and a change. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.